All right. All right. Welcome back to Cannabis Chronicles. This is Outlaw Grower here with Desert Growth Spurt. Welcome to Sunday session. I'm doing a cone this morning. What are you doing?
Oh, I just same old bowl.
Same old
Still
bowl.
working on that banana clip. Now that I can taste a little bit, I can enjoy it. It is quite good. All right. So, a couple days ago, you got yourself a brand new light.
Yes. I
How
got it. I got it in, all set up and everything, and I'm very pleased.
Very nice. Does it have an adjustable knob on it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
when you got it, you had asked me, like, all right, how do I, figure out the distance and all that. So I'm curious, what did you end up? And there's going to be a lot of trial and error, okay? With all new lights, even myself, I've done a lot of adjusting.
Yeah.
So just where are you right now with it, trying to figure out the dial and the
I'm
distance?
like 18 inches above
Okay.
the canopy,
How
and
high is it?
I'm at 80%.
Okay.
So we're gonna give that a shot and see if it's too much, too little.
Sure. And what was the wattage on that one you said?
640.
640. Okay. So you're what, probably in like the 550 range right now.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
18 inch. Yeah, just kind of keep an eye on the leaves. If they're reaching up real hard, it's probably too far away. And
Yeah.
like if all things are good and they're like real pushed down, kind of like getting away from the light, then it's too much. It's either too close or it's too much. And that's where you gotta play around with it. What's nice with those, is you can put them up higher, but then you gotta crank it up real high, and
Yeah.
then let the plant as it grows get more light, which is kind of how mine is set up. I'm not saying I don't move mine, but I have mine at roughly about like 4.5 feet high. Um,
Above the canopy.
just off the floor.
Oh, okay.
And I adjust the input, the power input.
So you
Um,
don't raise it. You don't raise the
yeah, I,
lights.
I try and I might have to on these girls right here, depending on how much they stretch. Uh,
Mm.
they're all, granted they're in the Home Depot buckets, but we're probably about 3.5 feet right now, and that's before the stretch. So that they could get, 4 foot, 4.5, 5 foot even. I hope not, but I
And
don't
when
know.
you when you say that, you always talk linear feet, right?
Yeah, I'm talking off the ground. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, canopy. I mean, just, subtract like mm, a good foot off of that, and that'll be actual plant. So I'm saying right now they're 3 feet to probably like 2.5 feet.
Yeah.
See, and again, it's just for me. I don't need monster plants. I kind of like keeping them small and good quality is what I'm going for. Quality instead of quantity. I've got enough. So I don't need
Yeah.
monster, I don't need
Yeah.
over reason.
When you have plenty, then yeah, you can just go for the quality then.
Yeah, it'll be nice once I get through it because they're looking good. I'm real excited. I was a little nervous because like I said, I had to flush them like a week before I kicked them into flower.
Mhm.
And you never want to go into flower with unhealthy plants. So I was a little nervous, but no, they looked great. So, just one day so far with light, but It's official. I'm in
Yeah.
flower. So
Good.
yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for your light, man. It makes life so much easier. You know,
Yeah.
whether if it's easy to raise it up and down, you know, you can really kind of keep your power consumption low, like at a minimal, you know, all the way through veg.
Mhm.
You know, it crank it down to like 50%, get it down to like about a foot away. You know, if it's not as easy for me to adjust it, just
Okay.
kind of with the way I have it attached to the ceiling with how the beams run in my roof, it's not easy to get to. So
You
because
can't
I would
just. Hmm.
well that light's big, man. You know, I got
How
short
many?
short
How,
stubby arms. So
I
so
mean, that's that. What size is that?
what's that? The light itself physically?
Yeah.
It's like 2 inches under 5 feet. You know, so like 4 feet 10 inches wide by 4 feet 10 inches long, I think is the true dimensions of it.
Okay.
You know, they say 5 by 5, but I think when I like put a tape measure on it, I think end to end, that's what it actually was.
So what type of grow space could you do with that total?
So it's quote unquote commercial 5 by 5, 6 by 6. So veg 6 by 6, flower 5 by 5, like quote unquote commercial grow
That's what mine is.
with the
But
CO2
it's not.
supplement.
Yeah, I thought mine doesn't have the CO2 or nothing like that, and obviously it doesn't have as many watts. But as far
Well,
as
but
the
that,
grow size, it's
yeah,
the
the stock,
same.
correct. So that's the only difference, literally, between mine and yours is, you know, if I go and crank mine up, there's no difference unless I add the CO2. I'm just literally
Yeah,
wasting,
yeah.
you know,
But
in the electric.
it sounds like the dimensions of your actual light are bigger than mine, though.
It may not.
I don't know. I have to measure
I
it. It's
doubt it. I
because
bet it's real close. Within a couple inches. They're not.
yeah, I thought mine was more like 4 foot or something, but I could be wrong. I
But yeah, so I just leave mine kind of up high and adjust the dial, you know, according to how.
and you got you. I mean, you got those cables that came with the light, right?
Oh
You know,
yeah. Oh yeah, it's on ratchet strap. I can move it. You know, and I might have to raise it up with these, you know, just because of how I'm a little worried with how much stretch they might do.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they're healthy, so they got a lot stored up. So they might get a little out of control here. Might even have to throw down like a net or some kind of support on them later. So we'll see. We'll cross that path later. But that's really exciting for you, man. New light, got it in, no problems.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it. I got it in today, completely in today.
Sure. Yeah.
Well,
Finish tidying up the wires and all that.
yeah.
Yeah.
This morning and everything. But I spent the time yesterday like getting everything, in there and um, figuring out how I wanted to like place everything. Because
Yep.
this time I'm only doing 4 plants. So it seems like now the light seems huge.
Yep.
I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I need to put a couple more plants in here.
Nah, you just need to fill up that.
But yeah, I'm just gonna fill it out and everything.
Yeah.
It just looks really small right now because they're
Of
so
course.
small. It's just 4 buckets in there.
Oh, dude, when you go back and look at like my very first post on Instagram, okay, it's a seedling tray in the middle of that room with this massive light turned down to like 50%. Okay. But
I
that's
remember.
all it is. It's just a seed tray in a room. It's pretty sad looking.
That is, yeah, but it filled out.
Oh yeah.
It did. Oh my goodness, it did a decent amount for you. Did you do the CO2 this time around or no?
No, I still haven't messed
So
with
you
it.
were just okay. So you're
Yeah,
you're at
I'm Yeah, so the true reason I haven't done it, I'm really kind of tapped on power out here right now.
Okay.
So what my whole plan is, because it's way too hot to be running around the attic during the summer here, so you kind of do all that work in the winter
Okay.
time. So
Yeah.
when I'm done with this run, it should quote unquote finish up first week of January, like the whatever, how, literally the first week, however that times out. Um,
Mhm.
so then when I'm done with that, the room's down. So clean the room out. That's when I'm going to get up in the attic and I'm going to run a dedicate, like I'm going to put two outlets in the room and just they're on their own breaker. One will be for the light, one will be for the like exhaust and blah, blah, blah. And then I can kind of steal another, run an extension cord. And then because the CO2, you need that water pump bucket. You need what like for the air with the air stones and everything.
Mhm.
So in order for it to work right, you got to have that running in it.
All
Uh,
the time.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Or
okay.
else it
Because
like
I mean, I do that with my water right now anyway.
sure, sure. Well,
I
see,
mean, obviously it's not a constant thing, but it's just right before I water my plants.
right. And I have one in a different room
Yeah.
for the watering the
So,
plants. So
okay.
yeah, I'm just
You have
personally
to run one
to an
constantly.
electrical. I don't have enough right now. So
Yeah.
that's the real reason why, you know, like in the autos at the end there, I did crank it up to 100%, but did it make a difference? Probably not. It probably hurt them more than helped. But
Well, yeah. Because I mean, your light is so powerful that
well, it's
it's
just
more than needed.
after a certain point, the DLI, the daily light intake or index, whatever it is exactly, there's like a max number to where like after a certain amount, it's not doing anything. Like literally, it's
Yeah.
not doing anything. Can't take anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
it's just kind of I've
how
definitely
do you
the
how
money.
do you add the CO2 when you do start doing that?
So okay, so for my in my setup, this is how I would do it. All right. So whatever plants I have, let's just say I got like 6 plants or so.
Mhm.
So in the middle of those plants, so I'll line those up in like a row or make a circle around. Then the bucket in the middle will have the water, the yeast, and the sugar. Okay. Like, and off top of my head, I don't remember the ratios, but you fill 5 gallon bucket. Okay. Yeast, sugar, or sugar, then the yeast, whatever. Okay. And then you put a lid on it. Okay. Your air stones are in there. And then you just take like the little rubber hoses, and you poke holes in the lid nice and tight, glue it if you have to. And then you just take those hoses and you put them on each bucket, like right at the stem. So all that CO2 soaks down into the roots.
Hmm. Really?
Yeah. So that's, and with air circulation, it's not exclusively, um, just all sinking down. A lot of it will, because once you have it like after a few hours, once it's like going, it's kicking out a lot of CO2, but it only lasts for like 2 to 3 weeks. They're kind of short lived. So, you know, I haven't done it yet. But anyway, so then, yeah, all the little hoses are running to the plants, so then a lot of that CO2 is soaking down into the roots, as well as the excess is floating around on the leaves. But yeah, that's what I would do in my situation when I eventually
Yeah.
do implement it. I'm afraid of popping the breaker right now. And yeah, not worth it. So I'll just,
No, yeah, you want to have it all set up right when you do it.
I even have so like full disclosure, like right now, okay, laptop running, blah blah blah. So the laptop's plugged in, but webcam, microphone. I got this light behind me. I have to dim the light down in the grow room for when we do our little get-togethers, just to make sure I don't pop nothing.
Yeah.
Don't need that light going out. So
So
when
obviously you have your light on in the morning.
Yeah, I have it run, and it usually shuts off like mid-show. Because right
Oh,
now, being on 12-12, it goes from 6 to 6. So, kind of depending on when exactly we get up and do this. Now I'm on like, it could turn off in the middle. It,
yeah.
might be later because we're both pretty early. So,
Yeah, and I just flipped to 12 and 12. Oh no, wait. No. I just went up to 18. I'm sorry. I just went from 12 to 12, 12 and 12 to 18. So yeah, we're at a little bit different stages. And right now I'm thinking I think mine could be kicking off later this morning. Because I have it right now to where since it's cold, I have it the light going when it's dark all the time. The whole
yeah.
time it's dark, the light's going so that when it's off, the sun can kind of keep it a little warmer. Plus, I have a heater in there too when it needs it, but it's just my way of kind of trying to conserve.
I tell you what. So, I have that AC Infinity, the specifically the T6 cloud line, whatever. But so just the other day, I finally messed around with like the settings on it. Because now I have the heater going in there, and we'll still have some like warm afternoons once in a while. So I was finally able to get it set up to where it kicks on at a certain temperature. I've never
Oh,
had to
really?
with the humidity part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I finally have it, because in the summer it's just
Yeah.
on all the time, trying to get that hot air out. But yeah, so right, it's kind of neat watching it right now. I have little range. I have it never hotter than 85, never colder than 75. So
That comes with the AC Infinity fan, the ability to do it with the temperature.
yes. So now I don't know. I don't quote me. I don't know if they all come with the little digital controller because some of them come with a knob. So I know not all of them do. Some of them are
Okay.
just a knob that are like,
Yeah.
on in the number fan setting.
Yeah, dude, mine
But
don't even have that.
okay,
I,
so
I
so
literally bought the cheapest one.
so then I must have paid extra. So mine came with like a digital controller. And like doing it on the controller, I'm not gonna lie, is a little confusing for an old man. Okay. But I finally downloaded the app.
Here,
It
that's
is
yeah.
so easy to set up, man. It was literally like, what do you want to do? Oh, do you want to do it by like the time, the temperature, the humidity? I want to do it by temperature. They're like, okay, what are your parameters?
It could do it by the humidity.
Yeah, yep.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
All right. So yeah. All right.
yeah.
Continue. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so I just, I set up my temperature controls and, I put it on like fan setting 4 because it's pretty cold out in the garage. So if it does get warm, it'll pull some cold air in pretty quick. But yeah, it only kicks on a couple times a day now instead of just cranking, cranking,
Yeah.
cranking. Kind of neat. I'm enjoying it.
Good.
Oh
Good.
yeah, we're I guess worth a couple bucks extra.
Yeah. So yeah, my fan is literally like the cheapest one I think you could buy. It doesn't have a dial. You can't reverse the fan. So it only goes in one direction right now. I think I got it for like $15 or something. I needed something quick and didn't really want to look into what I should get at the time. And this was prior to you getting your AC Infinity. So now I know it's a good one. I
Well,
probably will be getting
again,
that next.
do I was it needed? Some kind of fan was needed,
Mhm.
I've been doing it a
See, now
lot.
I actually probably could use what you have a lot right now personally because I'm having I wanna have something working with the humidity
Sure.
because I'm wanting to control that a little bit more right now. And I got the dehumidifier for later on when I need to reduce the humidity, but right now there's it's a high humidity in there at times.
Yeah.
And I mean I'm not always around to like check it, so it'd be nice to have something to kick right on when it's at a like 80% humidity or something, start kicking everything out.
Well, 65, have it start venting out. 80, you start getting into real dangerous. Even in veg stage, you don't have to have flowers on it.
Yeah, no, I was definitely not talking in the flower stage. I was talking in the veg, right, because that's what I'm in right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, early stages, I don't mind if it gets up to in the 70s because the leaves are absorbing all that.
Yes. Um, Thing to keep in mind, that the veg stage, even though I always kind of like joke it's not exciting because it's always ugly and shit, but it's that's setting the foundation of everything later.
Mhm.
And if it's uh waterways are waterlogged from too much humidity and it's not able to transport everything as easy, almost giving it like diabetes.
Yeah, it's just
Same
at
as
a certain
overwatering.
time.
It's the same as overwatering.
Yeah, no, it's only at a certain time that it's at high humidity.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than that, it doesn't really get above like 60, 65, like 65. But there's like a certain time I haven't kind of quite figured it out because it's when I'm at work. That it just jumps. So,
Right. Right.
which I'm pretty sure is like right when it's in its dark mode.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter, yeah, it's just a matter of I'm wanting to because I mean, yeah, it's gotten up to like 85% at times, and I want to exhaust that out and
Yes.
not let it get too high.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you do decide to upgrade, you only need the 4-inch for your tent. Okay. The only reason I bought the 6-inch, is that room is two and the room's 14 feet long. Okay. I'm
Oh
only
my
growing
goodness.
in one side of it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
The reason I bought the 6-inch was I needed it to be able to circulate that whole room because
Mhm.
the room's just that big. So you'll see a lot of people try to talk you in to getting a 6-inch because you're in a 5x5. Dude, those things they have so much, they move so much cubic air per second. It's insane. Like you don't need. So if I were you,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't remember off the top of my head. For some reason I'm wanting to think I have an 8-inch, but I don't know if that's correct or not.
yeah, it's
But
possible.
whatever I have, the hose is that size.
Yeah,
The
correct.
hose that I already have. So I don't know if I can go down to a smaller one. I mean, I could if I want to waste it, I guess.
Well, they'll give you, if you buy one,
Oh,
they'll
they give you hose with it?
yeah, well, yeah, they give you enough for like a normal tent. But
Oh, okay.
my whole setup, I had to run it like a couple to get to the window to exhaust it out of the room. So I had to buy like their extra pack, but the extra pack is like 30 feet worth. I needed
Yeah,
like
see,
8. So I had to buy this like whole, but it whatever. So I have a huge stack of it. I don't know. I'll figure out
you
something.
you have the 6-inch though, right?
Yeah. Yes, I bought the
And see,
6.
here's my thoughts. When I buy things, it's not necessarily for the tent that I have
Right.
because I may go bigger. So, and if I do, I don't want to have to like buy, because that may end up becoming like my drying tent at some point, and then get a bigger tent for my growing, and then I don't want to have to not have enough. You know what I mean? So I mean, if the difference in price isn't that much for the 4-inch versus the 6, then but I don't know.
If you want to get that nice little digital controller for it,
Yes.
yeah, I just again, I'm telling you, like they do that 4 inch is dope. Like you definitely do not need.
I mean, I got a 5x5 tent. I don't know if they make a 5x10 tent, but
You just connect two of them together. That's what people do.
yeah. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if they make a bigger tent though. That's the
See, now you're getting into, man, just your spare bedroom, man. Needs to be
yeah.
or start making some closets.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You're okay. So, for instance, if I was doing a bedroom, would that 4-inch still work?
No.
Exactly. So it's like I might as well go with that
what-
6-inch, and then I already have it.
But
Might be too
okay,
much for the tent, but it'd be
okay,
good for
hold
something
on.
else.
So hold on. If you do upgrade to a room, like you're gonna need to buy like okay, that light you just bought, you're gonna need like 3 more of those.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So at this
But
point,
that's not
we're talking
necessarily
small.
that's if I filled the room though. I'm not talking about necessarily filling the room with plants, but if I had a whole room and I had half for the plants and half to kind of move around, and work in there and stuff, a
Well,
little
okay.
extra
What kind
stuff
of room are we talking about? A bedroom like
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It could be a garage. I just mean I want the ability to upgrade. And when I buy things, I want them to be able to go from the tent into whatever
Sure.
bigger space I'm going to have. So then the tent becomes the dry tent. And then the equipment that I've bought, maybe I only need one more of these lights. But the fan, I don't want to have to go, well, this 4-inch isn't enough.
So, okay, if you bought the 4 inch and then later converted that tent to a drying tent or even a veg tent, that 4 inch would still be enough. And if
I
you're
got the
adding this
crappy one though. You know what I
what
mean? I got the one I got now though. For that, it's just a simple fan that I can plug in when I need it, unplug it when I don't.
yeah,
No
no, you're
dial.
right. Yeah.
So that's what I mean. In the end, I think I'm correct that I just would want to probably get the one that you've got already. Even though it's more than I need for the tent, it'll be able to be used next.
Down the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I don't have to buy anything else, because I'm sure the AC Infinity fan is going to last a while.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I'm digging it. Especially now that my old ass figured out how to program it finally.
Those apps. I mean, those.
Well,
Yeah,
because
I
at
got an app
first
for
I was trying to
everything.
do it on the little screen. Yeah, I couldn't really figure out what it was trying to tell me or whether or not I was actually programming it. Like I thought I was doing all the settings and then nothing did anything.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I've got a. I've got an app for my fish light.
Nice.
It's yeah. So you can program it to do all the different colors but yeah, I like these apps that they're coming out with for different things. Makes things a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Way easier to
Which
navigate through
I know they got like the control boards and stuff for your lights too, so you could program that kind of stuff too and stuff, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know yet. So as of right now, there's no outside of like actual commercial grade like electrical panel, like there's no control because they don't work. So there's a dirty little secret with all of our lights, okay? All of our brand new bar style lights. and I guarantee on your driver, right next to like your knob, you probably have one or two different like plugins that are Ethernet cable, they're Cat5
Mhm.
cable
Yeah.
plugins. And they tell you it's for two things. They tell you it's to daisy chain multiple lights together. Yep, that right there. That's exactly it. Um, they tell you it's the daisy chain multiple lights, which is true. And they also tell you that it lets you connect to a master controller, which is not technically a lie. Now, take that as you will. All right. So here's the dirty little secret. The Cat5 controller, it has a Cat5 literally has 5 wires that are capable of transmitting data. All of our drivers, because they're all built in the same factory, they only have 2 active lines running in those Cat5 connections. They are literally not meant to be set up to a master light controller, because then no one company could ensure that it works with their brand. So, for example, Mars Hydro, Spider Farmer, I love my Mars Hydro, but they are literally identical items with different colors and stickers. They're all built in the same factory.
Okay.
So the nasty secret is those Cat5 connections aren't fully activated because of no one can capitalize and guarantee that only their product works with their items.
Right.
They just don't activate it. It's
So it sounds like you could do it if you knew some stuff about some electrical.
Well, correct, but that's when you're talking. There's nothing like neat and fancy. Now you're talking like $1,000 Honeywell board, and if you're just growing at home for yourself, there's no way in hell I'm buying that.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, I agree with you on that. No, no
That's
way. But it sounds like
as of today, yeah.
somebody could slowly develop something over
Down the
time.
road, yeah. Once they figure out, it's they just got to figure out how they're gonna capitalize on it. But
Or somebody is going to figure a way to just capitalize on all of them and say, well, mine works with all of them. I don't care about making it specific to yours. I want to make it available to everyone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody could come up with it themselves, and it sounds like they could make more money than the one company wanting to try to make it exclusive to theirs.
Right. But what inside, it's in the physical driver itself.
Somebody could tap into that.
But they're not connected. That's
I'm saying somebody could probably find a way to
and figure that, yeah. Oh yeah.
go into their driver, connect the stuff, make it all work. But obviously that's beyond anything I can do right now. I just use a timer.
Yep, I got my little battery backup timer, so if the power goes out, I got a couple minutes to like hurry up and figure something out. There's nothing I can do, but
yeah, I got nothing for
yeah,
that. Power goes out, I'm fucked. So
yeah, I have no generators. I thank God haven't really needed it, but
yeah, that's a generator is something I want a portable generator. That's a purchase that I'm looking. They're so expensive though.
Yeah, they are.
I think my dad paid like $600 for his.
For probably a small one too.
Yeah, it's a portable that's like I think like 3,000 watts or something.
Oh, that's good. That's good size. Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's more than I would actually need. I'm only needing probably like maybe 2,000 watts tops.
Nice.
I want to be able to. I want it to run like a refrigerator, obviously, and be able to, run the TV or something if the power goes out. And then I want it to be able to go portable for when we go like camping to these festivals. I'm kind of spoiled, so I want to take my portable air conditioner with.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With how
Put it
muggy
in
it
the
gets,
tent.
absolutely.
Dude, I want to be cool. The last festival we went to, I couldn't bring the air conditioner because I only had like a battery, and I had to charge it each day, but a big car battery, and I ran my fan off of that.
Nice.
Got me a little comfortable, but I want my AC in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one. The few times we've gone camping out here, it's always been up north, outside of Flagstaff, Arizona, which is beautiful. It's all woods, like like it's a ski town up there. So like they get snow a lot. So, you hit it the right time of year, it's just beautiful. And that's where we will usually go camping, is outside of Flagstaff. So it's
Nice. Nice.
yeah. Thank goodness I haven't needed an air conditioner. It gets pretty crisp at night, but I
Yeah,
love.
it's at night. We were real comfortable at night most of the time, but it was uh during the day it was really really hot.
Really.
Yeah, and I mean this festival that we go to, it's in July or August. It's August. It's right around Sturgis, actually.
But in the Midwest.
Yeah, in the Midwest. It's like last year was in Ohio. Um, and it was brutal during
Yeah.
the day.
Gross.
And I mean that's when you're sleeping for this festival because it's all the music's going on
Of
in the
course.
evening. So you sleep during the day and you can't sleep much because it's so hot.
Right.
But that's one of my things. So yeah, generator, and then that'd be nice to have for the backup in case power goes out then I can use it for the light too if I need.
Yeah. Do you guys ever lose power like from snowstorms?
Mm,
Rare
yeah,
occasion.
occasionally, yeah.
I gotcha. Huh.
Not often enough that it's like once a year or anything like that. But
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was curious. I mean, aside from like your own safety, like, oh man, those plants will not survive very long out there without some heat.
yeah, so well, everybody, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We're gonna enjoy ours. Thank you
Absolutely.
thank you for coming to Cannabis Chronicles.
All right. We'll catch you guys next Sunday.